Now this is what I call fantastic news. University said flag was offensive, so the Frat replaced it with a bigger flag. Back to Dimitri, Newspunch reports. The Stanford University honcho advised a fraternity last year to take down the American flag for fear of offending people, quote unquote. However, the Frat hit back with the most patriotic way possible, as Paul Bedard reported in these pages last week. Quote, young Americans are turning on the country and forgetting its ideals, with nearly half believing that it isn't great, and many eyeing the U.S. flag as a sign of intolerance and hatred, according to a new and disturbing survey. It is heartening, then, to read that when the Stanford administrator dared imply that the American flag as a symbol could be intimidating, aggressive, or alienating, the Frat he was advising responded by, quote, instead choosing to replace it with an even bigger one, end quote. It was absolutely the right response, as Senator John McCain, Republican from Arizona, said to his too little appreciated valedictorian speech in the Senate floor 2017. Quote, America has made a greater contribution than any other nation to an international order that has liberated more people from tyranny and poverty than ever before in history. We've been the greatest example, the greatest supporter, and the greatest defender of that order. We aren't afraid. We don't covet other people's land and wealth. We don't hide behind walls. We breach them. We are a blessing to humanity, end quote. Washington Examiner reports Americans give more in aid to other nations and to impoverished populations or those beset by tragedy than any other people. We have sacrificed the most lives on behalf of the freedom and security of others. We've served as an inspiration for virtually every nation in the world that features a republic form of government. Yet largely because our education system remains a shambles, especially when it comes to teaching history and civics, we have now raised at least 2 generations, not just too ignorant to know the facts or context of American leadership in so much of what is good, but also too incurious and clueless about how to make cogent assessment of such considerations. Anti-American epidemic. Now we face what the sponsor survey cited by Bedard called an epidemic of anti-Americanism. Half of millennials think the country is racist and sexist, and nearly 2/5 think our history is nothing to be proud of. In light of those numbers, perhaps it's heartening in a weird way that only 19% of millennials think our flag is a sign of intolerance and hatred. 4/5 then do not automatically agree with the benighted Stanford administrator who suggests the flag should be taken down. Whole volumes could be written about what makes this nation a beacon of light for the world. In the absence of time to write those volumes, though, it's not a bad idea to buy and displace bigger American flags. Hear, hear. Kindly support my Patreon account, since that's the only way I can continue what you like seeing on this channel. Thank you. You'll find it in the description box below.